Hello, Joe from Joe K Models here. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to check in and show you guys what I'm up to with my Wildcat Airfix 172nd build. So because this kit has some different options for the wings, this gives you an opportunity to have some additional parts in the kit that you can, practice on. So I built up this wing section here that I'm not using on the actual kit because I'm using a folded wing over here. And I basically painted it the same color and everything, put the primer on it, so aside from not having any decals on it, it's the same as this. So I'm going to be doing the salt weathering technique, and basically what that is going to be doing, I just wanted to show you, is I have some regular water here, I have some table salt. I'm just gonna get a brush and I'm just gonna wet it up. Now I will say that if you do this on a satin finish or a dull coat finish, the water is not gonna beat up as much. So I would probably recommend doing a satin or a dull coat when you're putting the water on. And then once you have it like that, I'm just taking some salt and just basically covering the surface. Now you've got some salt on there, so I'm gonna let this dry a little bit, and then I'll show you what the next step is after that. All right, so I got everything down here at my painting area, and I've got my airbrush ready to go. So whatever you're using as a thinner, you want to make sure that it's a lot of thinner to paint. So all I'm using for this is isopropyl alcohol. I use this for my Tamiya paints as opposed to the actual thinner. So that's what I'm using here, just to give full disclosure. And I'm just gonna basically put a lot of this in here, and then I'm gonna take white because we're trying to do faded paint, and I'm just gonna take a touch, just a touch of white, and I'm gonna mix it in here. So remember, most of this is thinner. And once we have that mixed in, I'm gonna very lightly mist coat over the salt here, and hopefully that should give us a filtered effect once we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I went over this a few times, and I can already tell the difference between this wing and that wing. You can see that the tone has been changed. Alright, and there's your comparison side by side. You can see this one is a little bit duller. To me, I like the effect. I'll try and get it in the light here so you can kind of see it. So just showing the sun, constantly hitting on the paint and, creating this effect. Pretty happy with how this turned out. I think I'm going to go ahead with it on the actual model. And this is something that you could layer on. So you could do this 2-3 different times, maybe get some different, multiple tone effects with it. Another thing that you can do is where the areas of high traffic, you could actually put a black filter on. So putting the salt where, the maintenance crews might be walking, or, constantly seeing wear and tear. You could actually do the same thing with black paint and create a black filter on there as well. So I'm thinking I might do that as well. But just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to be approaching this, and I welcome your comments and what you guys think. If anybody has ever tried this or had success with it, I'd love to hear about it. But I will start working on the model, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Joe from Joe K Models.